What's up, guys? Devin Zander here with my co-host Clayton Johnson, and we are the Rowdy Boys! So good, so good. Oh my God, I could never hope. Oh, you know what? I feel bad because you have my bracelet on, and I don't even have it on.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
I don't know. I took it off to shower, and I forgot. But let's not bore everybody. Guys, today we are talking about...
The best program on the earth, man. It's called Hard 75.
No, it's not. It's called 75 Hard.
Oh, my God. Messed it up
You've
already.
done it. You've done the program, and you always say it wrong. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know what 75 Hard is, I guess we'll give you a quick recap. Clayton will get to the program in just a second, but it's created by a guy named Andy Frisella.
He is the man, dude.
He is the man.
The man, he's got a great podcast. If you haven't listened to it, go over there and listen to his podcast. Before you get it, I just got to say thank you, Andy. If you ever listen to this thing,
Andy, we love you.
Thank you so much for creating this. And this whole episode is dedicated to this program and spreading the word. So
His podcast, by the way, Real AF, and his old podcast, MF CEO, both awesome. Go listen to all the replays and listen to all the new content. And we have a closer relationship, at least I do, to him than just the 75 Hard program. He actually mentors myself and my business partner, Matt Schmidt, as well. We're in his mastermind, Arte Syndicate, and Matt is even closer with him and goes to like his in-person masterminds and all that. He's just an all-around great guy. But let's get into today's topic, which is his mental toughness program, 75 Hard. So give the people a rundown, Clayton. What are the rules of 75 Hard?
Yeah, man, I'm going to tell you the rules, but I got to say before we get into it that this program is not just one of those other random challenges that you see online or whatever. It's getting a lot of popularity right now, last few years. And I've seen it come up a couple times, and I thought it was just like another one of those like random ones that you see.
A lot of people think it's a workout program.
Yeah,
too.
It's also not a workout program either. But I just want to say that this program is legit. I've tried lots of things in my life. You know, we're both successful entrepreneurs, and so we've done a lot of these kinds of things. But this actually was incredibly, incredibly, incredibly helpful. Yeah. And I believe that anybody that's stuck in a rut, or if you don't see the changes happening in your life, or whatever, you just need something.
Yeah. You feel like you're just in a hole you can't get out of, or no matter what you do, nothing changes, or you just can't figure out what you want to do with life. Or even, let's say it's not like a fitness program, but a side effect is it will help you change the way you view and approach fitness forever.
Oh, yeah,
so
for sure.
If you just can't even figure out how to get in good shape, a lot of that, it's not because of necessarily just working out or something like that, but it goes to all the habits you do within your life, and 75 Hard can definitely help you fix that. So it's safe to say, at least for me, it's probably the most transformational thing I've ever taken part of. You know, I've spent $50,000 on coaching and masterminds and all that. I've done all kinds of diets, all kind of like meditation, all these different things, right? Yeah. But the 75 days, literally, that's like less than 3 months, and this was like a huge thing for us. Less than 3 months, biggest transformation of my entire life.
Yeah, man, I love it. So it can't be understated like how powerful this thing is. But yeah, so let me tell you, let me just drop on what the actual program entails. So basically, it's 75 days long. Every single day, you have a list of things that you have to do without fail, no cheating, no anything. It has to do these things every single day. So it is two 45-minute workouts every day. One of them has to be outside,
rain or shine.
Take a progress picture. Read 10 pages of a nonfiction book. Follow a diet.
And it has to be a physical copy of the book.
Yeah, it has to be a physical copy of the book. Follow a diet. Drink a gallon of water. And no alcohol or cheat meals during any of that. You have to do all those things for 75 days. You can't miss one thing, no one day. And yeah, those are the rules.
Consequences?
So the consequences, if you do fail, you got to start over at day one. So it's got to be 75 consecutive days. And so just like most people, I read that list and I said, fuck that. I'm not doing this program.
I can do that.
I just said, like, dude, why? Why would I do all those things? You know, and I saw some other people doing it, and they were like posting their stuff to social media, and I was like, oh, what is this thing? And I was just like, yeah, nope, I don't want to do that, you know?
Yeah, and also, what you're going to find, too, a lot of people are probably listening to this, are like, oh, well, I already exercise, oh, I already do this, I don't drink, so I don't need to, or I don't drink that much, I don't have a drinking problem, so I don't need to worry about that. And they're just completely missing the point of what 75 Hard is. 75 Hard it's not about not drinking. It's not about getting sober. It's not about getting in good shape. It's not about reading physical books. It's about doing things that are inconvenient, that you don't really want to do, just so you can build up the mental fortitude to just get the shit done. Because there's so many times in life, right, where you're going to have to do things you don't want to do, like work or work out or go to some event with your family or like all kinds of shit. But we're constantly met with these situations that arise and we're like, oh, I don't feel like doing it. Or you don't even believe in yourself or whatever. Yeah. And what 75 Hard does, at least for me, was it unlocked the ability to, I no longer say like, oh, or fuck, or like, man, I can't do that. Or, oh, that seems tough. It's like, well, got to do it. Just going to do it. And that's kind of what it unlocks within you. It's the point is just to make your day super inconvenient almost and see if you can fucking power through and do it. And then you get like superpowers unlocked. And then when it comes to doing work or grinding, you know, for us, we probably talk about work a lot. And that's probably fine because everyone who's on here they're here because we're a marketing podcast, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's safe to say, though, that when it comes to work, it just unlocks these superpowers where it allows you to just get shit done that normally you would fucking bitch about or not want to do and stuff like that. And then there's all these great side effects that come along with it because then you're doing the workouts, you're doing all those things, and then it just becomes part of your daily life, you know?
Dude, yeah, 100%. It's super transformational, and I think you have to do all of these things, and you have to do all of them like when they're inconvenient. It's like the point of the podcast, or excuse me, it's the point of the program. And you don't realize that until you actually have done those inconvenient things. You know what I mean? You're like, why would I want to do these things? It doesn't really matter. Why does it matter if I go outside and do it, you know, versus I'll just do 2 inside? Or why do I even have to do 2? Or why do I have to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book? Can't I just read a fiction book? Like, you don't realize what the point is until you actually do those things. And then exactly what you're saying, like all those principles that you learn, they transfer to those other areas of your life, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, the way this happened to me, the way that I decided to actually do this is like I saw it online a bunch of times. I was kind of saying it, and like I was like most people are probably like, I don't know if I want to do this. Like that sounds like a lot of commitment.
Comes the curiosity.
Yeah,
what is this 75 hard
curiosity, and then you're kind of like, yeah, I don't know if I can commit to that. Sounds like a lot of work. I don't know if it's going to be worth
extreme.
It, right? And then like, dude, it's essentially like this fucking inner excuse machine. You just see it starting to creep up, and like you don't know that excuse machine is there until you start like doing the program, and then you see other people do it. Like so, like your brain is going to go, ooh, I don't know if I want to commit to like doing those exercises. I don't know if I should do it outside. Maybe I could do it. Maybe I could just like not do one of the exercises, or maybe I just do one exercise, or maybe like you can just see your brain just churning. And if your brain is doing that now, or when I described what was going on, you know, or what the actual program is, then you know that you have this thing to conquer inside your mind.
That is the proof that you do need it. If you're the one who's making all those excuses, that should set off your bullshit detector if you have one and be like, holy shit, all these excuses, that's the reason I need to do this. Because in the future, when I have other shit that I need to do, I'm going to make these excuses. But if you've completed the program and you've gone through this, you unlock that power within yourself to just fucking power through and not stop bullshitting yourself and just fucking get the shit you need to get done in life. Anyways, back to...
I was scared to do it, but I was reading, you know, he's kind of like a sales page, even though the program is free.
75hard.com, I think, for that sales page.
You just search Google on 75hard, but... you know, I was reading the sales page. It's a free program, but one of the Q&A is like, well, when should I start this? Or like, you know, it was like, maybe I should start this after my birthday party or whatever. And it's like, it's like, this is exactly why you need this program, because you're always waiting for the fucking perfect time to do something. And you're all, you know, the time is never now. And he's like, you need to start now and do it.
Yeah.
And when I thought about that, I was like, shit, because it was 1 week before my birthday.
And then we had a party we were going to.
Yeah, it was 1 week. I think the first week we had our friend sold a business and we had to go to that party. And then 2 weeks later was my anniversary and I went to Mexico, dude. And I was like, oh, there's never a good time to do this program. But surprisingly,
that's the best time to do it is when you have a bunch of shit coming up to really test you.
Right. I mean, exactly. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be horrible because I really wanted to drink and do all these things and have fun. But guess what? You know what happened?
We had a fucking blast.
We had a fucking blast. We went out to the parties and everyone was drinking and we had probably more fun than anybody else did.
Oh yeah, bro, because we were sober and having fun, so we weren't sloppy and we remembered everything.
Yeah, man.
We did try to order those non-alcoholic drinks though, and those were fucking trash. Those
Where?
were at the red place. Remember in the back room with the popcorn?
Oh, yeah.
It took like an hour to come, and then we couldn't even drink them because they would have been a cheat meal. They were pure sugar.
They were pure sugar, dude. It was hilarious. Sometimes it's kind of hard, but yeah, that's like the proof, dude. But yeah, man, like starting the program, I was like, I don't know if I want to commit to this, and then it was like, yo, you should, and then. Having you, because what I said is I said it at one time at one night at dinner, and I was
February
like, yo,
12th,
guys, maybe I should do this because I'm feeling kind of like a fat ass, and I don't know, maybe, and that you were like, yo, let's do this, and then you sent me a text later, and I was like, yo, download the app, and I was like, okay, but then my brain was like, okay,
fuck, panic.
I have to, like, when I do this, I have to be 100% in. Because I can't let people down, because we told our friend group that we were going to do it and we got a bunch of people to join it. And it's like, I think that's a super important point is like, if you're looking at it and you're like, yo, I think I'm like 97% in to I think I probably do this. No, dude, you're going to fucking fail. You have to be 100% committed. And dude, there are some people that dropped out, you know what I mean? I hear about people dropping out all the time or changing the rules or doing like half of that.
Oh yeah, so, we got a lot of those. We even have a verb for it now. We have a friend whose name will not be named. But he filled out the entire app even though he was failing. So we made his name a verb like...
Yeah, don't worry. We don't talk slipping. But yeah, man, I was 100% committed, and I'll tell you, like, in some ways the program is hard, but then actually, what I learned is that the program is actually not that hard.
Not at all.
Right. I mean, all those things sound crazy, but you really don't know what things are going to be like until you do them. It's like a huge thing that happened to me. I mean, think of looking through the things that you got to do, 2 45-minute workouts. That sounded fucking brutal.
Yeah, especially
to me.
One needs to be outside.
And
too.
one needs to be outside. Okay, you know what the reality of that, what happened is like one, I got to the gym for one of them, and the other one, mostly we did walks, right? And walks are considered by Andy, the creator of the program, to be totally a workout. You got to do them with intention, but you can do walks. And so we did walks with our friend groups and had amazing conversations. I did walks with my wife, had amazing conversations. So those 2 45-minute workouts, very easy. Read 10 pages of a nonfiction book, like a physical book.
Yeah.
I've never read like physical books. I hate it. I always listen to audiobooks and shit like that. And then I started reading these books and I found it, wow. Now I found it really a great, enjoyable experience because I can actually concentrate on the book. When I'm using Audible, I'm walking around outside. I find my brain going different directions. Following a diet, I was like, oh, that's going to be horrible. Well, turns out, there's a bunch of stuff in the diet that I chose that I found a very enjoyable way to eat. And then during the program, I lost 20 pounds and got shredded abs. So following a diet was not like I thought. Drinking a gallon of water. Someone even asked me, dude, isn't it dangerous to drink a gallon of water? Dude, you all right on the drink?
I'm okay.
Isn't it dangerous to drink a gallon of water? Because it sounds horrible. It's like, dude, if you start at the beginning of the day, there are some days I finished that thing by like 3 p.m.
Yeah, and you still feel like you haven't had enough water.
Yeah, and no alcohol or cheat meals. It was like, like I loved drinking before, and I drank a lot, but like I said, we went to parties. I went to my birthday. I went on vacation to Mexico. Didn't have any drinks the entire time, and we still had a blast doing that. Man, we've been in the clubs sober.
Oh, yeah.
It's hilarious. So anyway, point being is like you don't know what things are going to be like until you actually do them. So if you find your brain like making excuses before you've actually tried it. You're like trying to change the program, or maybe only do this part. You got to just do the real program, do the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, it's like, the only reason someone would try to change it is because they're refusing to accept what the program is, right?
Yep.
Like if you're doing it to quit drinking or if you're doing it to get in shape, then you start making excuses, and it becomes a slippery slope, right? Because you take one liberty here, okay, I'll take another liberty there.
Yeah, it's
Before
a slippery
you know
slope,
it, you're
dude.
just like doing something completely different.
Yeah.
It's not about getting in shape, and I hate that I'm saying this over and over again, but people need to hear this, because I assume if people are finding this, it's because they're considering doing 75 hard.
Yeah.
It's not about getting in shape. It's not about being sober. It's
But
not
you
about getting
probably
better
will.
work done. But these are all side effects of the program, because it just improves who you fundamentally are as a person. You will not just get in shape, but you become a person who cares about their fitness and goes to the gym. And it's more than just a habit. It kind of becomes like who you fundamentally are as a person.
Yeah.
And there's some other parts I want to talk about, like why people should do 75 hard, but I'm gonna save that like a little bit towards the end. I don't know exactly where we're at in the schedule. Right
Yeah. Well, I'm just talking about what happened to me and kind
Yeah.
of the story. But do you have anything to add in terms of like what happened to you on your journey?
Yeah, so I mean, I've basically done 75 hard like 3 times now. I've tried phase 1, so there's like 4 phases, but I've tried phase 1, and I've never really, I don't know why, but phase 1 just doesn't feel the same to me. It's only 30 days long, and I never stick to it. But when it comes to phase 0, or the original 75 hard, what most people hear about and what most people do, I've essentially done it about 3 times now. And I originally started because of COVID. This was in, I believe, it was in July, because I had just come back from my birthday. I had gone up to Georgia for my birthday. We got a nice cabin on the river, went with my business partner and his wife and my fiance. It was just an amazing time. A lot of time spent drinking in the river and fishing and stuff like that. And essentially we got back from vacation, and I started going through the photos, and I was like, holy shit, I am fat.
Dude, I think everyone's had that thing in their life.
Fat, dude.
Yeah.
And this is, I had, in the past, I was up to like 230, and then I got down to basically 170, and now I'm like putting it back up into like the 190s and shit like that. So I was like, oh, fuck, I got to do something. And then I've always struggled with like alcohol addiction. You and I have talked about that a bit, and I'm always trying to quit. And then I just want to live a better life, man. I want to be a better person. And then with COVID, bro, that's like the tipping point, because like you got all these things, right? I want to be in better shape. I want to quit drinking. I want to be a more productive, successful person. Yeah. And then you put COVID on top of it, and I'm fucking locked in my house. All the gyms are closed. I can't do anything. I can't hang out with my friends. It's fucking, I didn't want to be locked out. I don't care how other people feel. I wanted to go out. I wanted to be around people. I wanted to do things. And I guess it sounds pretty selfish, because it's all I. But like my mental health was going fucking insane. I was terrible. And all I had was like podcasts and audiobooks. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening to Andy. He's constantly talking about 75 hard. And I'm just, maybe this is what I fucking need. I can't just sit around in my house all day. I'm literally going insane. And at least this will get me out of the house, and I'll be able to stop drinking. So fuck it, I'll do it. And my business partner, Matt, had already done the program. So I was like, okay, well, he's done it. He fucking loved it. We all love Andy. We're already in Andy's mastermind at this point. It's my favorite podcast. I'm going to do it.
Dude, you got to do it, yeah.
So, I go through it the first time alone, and I got to say, doing it the first time alone was a lot different than doing it with you guys. Yeah. And I wouldn't say it was hard the first time, because, I mean, bro, I literally had nothing to do anyways. I'm locked inside my house. So this was the perfect time to do it. And the only complaint I had about the first time was, since I was doing it alone, I would kind of get frustrated sometimes, where I felt like my life was out of my control. I was like, fuck, I got to do another workout today. Even if I don't want to, I have to do it. But that's the point, right? Yeah. And that also might be why it was easier the second time around, because I had already unlocked the ability to just like, fuck it, I got to do a workout. Right? But I felt like things were out of my control or whatever, this, and that. And it was whatever, right? It wasn't that big of a deal. And it was really sparse. It was just like one day, fuck, I really don't feel like working out today. But you do it anyways. Yeah. And that is how you become like this superpower, mentally strong person who can will their way through anything. And I know it sounds stupid. It's like, really? This guy just going on a second workout unlocked this mental fortitude and toughness? And it's like, yeah, it fucking did. If every day for almost 3 months you just do shit you don't want to do, you're going to become better at doing shit you don't want to do. It becomes easier. It becomes natural. You don't bitch anymore and you just do it. You become the man or the woman who gets shit done and gets the job done, the person that people can rely upon. And that's why it's important. Like if you want to be someone within your company or your family or your friend group that people can rely upon even, 75 Hard is a great way because it teaches you just how to be there and stand up when shit needs to get done, right?
It's not just people relying upon you. It helps you rely upon yourself. Yeah, it is going to give you this self-confidence because you can look back on the 75 days and be like, dude, I did not cheat any of those days. I literally did all of those things every single one of those days. I know because I downloaded the app and I marked that fucker off. Yeah.
And for those of you who are lying, like, about to yourself about it and getting it done, I honestly
you'll know that you lied to yourself. I mean, it's really about you.
You have to live with it.
You are like you either do it like the whole program is not for like it's all on social media and people are sharing it, but really the program's for yourself. I mean, you do it for you, and you're gonna know if you did it or not. And like the whole idea is like yourself. So sorry. Anyway, no, back to you.
And then it's just so powerful for everything. I mean, for me. Even though it's not a fitness program, the biggest thing definitely is the fitness transformation. And when we got to like the second go around, so the time I did it with you, it was like 3 days before Valentine's Day. We were at Penang Cafe, shout out, Thai food in St. Petersburg.
Oh yeah.
Fucking sitting there eating like fat asses, just fucking chowing down on some noodles, right? And fucking chicken wings.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I mean, I was trying to eat good, but I'm always like that, like trying to do something, but never really fully committing to getting, on the thing, it's like we're trying to avoid alcohol or we're trying to go to the gym kind of consistently or whatever. This is the thing
that's so good. And another thing that this is kind of, I don't know if other people care about this, but it really brings structure to you. Like instead of kind of trying to do something, it builds out like this rigid structure for your life where you actually do things and you can, like you said, rely upon yourself to do it and get stuff done. And it built like a more fulfilling, well-rounded life for me instead of saying, because I think a lot of people might even be depressed, and this is just like speculation, depressed or upset because it's like, fuck, I don't know what to do with my day. I don't know what to do with my life. And then with something like 75 Hard, when it was over, I was upset. Like for everyone who's watching, I'm on like day 200 right now. I've just been fucking going at it because I can't even imagine life without doing stuff like this right now. It seems so boring and like pointless, and I'm not going to be the full version of myself. Anyways, back to the second time doing 75 Hard. This time was like the first time I did it, that was fine. I didn't mind. It was great. But the second time doing it with the boys, right, and doing it with you,
the Rowdy Boys,
man, that was good. And I highly recommend people do it with their friends. And you don't have to, it's totally up to you. But what I liked about it is not that we just kept each other accountable. And look, I mean, a lot of our friends failed. It's not like we gave them shit or anything like that. So don't be afraid of that or anything. I mean, they get their own inner turmoil from failing, right? But what the best part was just like making a silent competition out of it. Like we're not competing. We're not like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do better than you."
No, dude, I didn't want to let you down, dude. To be honest,
no, I mean, I guess that's kind of what it is. But we're just going all out because everybody's trying to become the best version of themselves. Yeah. So you see like what I'm doing, and I see what you're doing, and we see what like Steven's doing, and whatever. And it just pushes us to go even harder and get better work done, get better workouts in, get more reading in, just do all the shit better. And it was so, and then we're even doing the workouts together and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's really nice. So, man, the second time was just, it was almost like fun. It wasn't hard at all. It was just good. I was like excited, man. Another day, I get to go in the app. I get to check my shit off. I get to have a good time.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, it's just fucking, it's great. And then, once we finished that second round, I remember that first day off, and you were like, let's go drinking. I was like, oh, dude, I need the structure. I need to stick with it. And just so it's clear, it's not like he's saying, let's go drink every day. It was just like a one-time celebration. Yeah. And then he went straight back on, I mean, not officially doing it, but his wife was still doing it. And I think you've wrapped up with her and you're still like, show him the gallon, bro. Like we're still out here, not officially on 75 Hard right now, even though I do have the app and I do follow it and I check it off every day. So I guess I am on 75 Hard.
Yeah.
But I also just want to talk about like the, echo effect. I don't really know what to call it,
Okay.
but how it spreads, man. I mean,
Yeah.
think of all the lives that have been touched just within our friend group because of this, right? So
Yeah.
it started out with just me listening to a podcast, like a year ago, and then I did it by myself. A couple months later, right after I finished, maybe like 5 months after I finished the first round, you just randomly say at dinner, oh, hey, we should do this. And if I hadn't done it the first time, I probably would have been like, fuck that.
Yeah.
But I'd already done it and I loved it. So I was like, okay, let's do it again. And then, from there, it was just you and I at first. And a couple days later, Steven enrolled and he finished. A couple of our other friends enrolled. Some of them, kind of like faltered along the way. Your wife got into it. She finished the program and she fucking got amazing results from it.
Yep.
Some of your other friends and your employees and coworkers are doing it.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy how it spreads. Like people within our company of doing it. Our customers, because I've been so vocal about it, started doing it.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy because, like I said, other people look and they see like our results within our friend group, right? We're pushing each other, we're keeping each other accountable, and I see what you're doing, I'm inspired by it, and maybe vice versa. And then other people, even though they may not say anything, and though a lot of them did, and we talked to them about it, they also see what we're doing because we're vocal about it. We're proud of it, not of like just the physical results, but the program itself, because it's so transformational. It's so impactful on your life, and it helps in every facet of your life so much. And they get motivated, and they do it, and then their fucking life transforms, and then everybody else's life transforms. And maybe, bro, just maybe, eventually we'll have this great fucking utopian world because 75 Hard is just spread around the globe.
And everyone is so mentally strong.
Yeah, everybody's mentally strong. Nobody's being a fucking bitch. Everyone's just getting their shit done. Nobody's crying for fucking handouts or this, and that, whining, bitching about how awful the world is and how nothing goes right. And they just become people who get fucking shit done with the mental fortitude to go out there, say yes and do it even if they don't want to, right?
Do the work.
So, that part is just like blown me away, dude. It's so cool to see, man. I actually saw Carl out walking yesterday.
Yeah.
I just like, he was across the street and I don't talk to Carl anyway. So I just was like,
yeah.
You fucking get it, bro. I know what you're doing. Let's go.
100%. But I got to say, for the people that like decide to do it, I got to give you a fair warning because it's like before you've committed to doing it, you feel one way. You're pretty doubtful. Once you actually start doing it, you want to tell everyone about the program. You want to be like, dude, you should do it too.
And they're all going to think you're crazy.
And you got to prepare yourself for a big slap in the face because people are going to be like, fuck that. I don't want to do it. No, you're stupid for doing it. Why are you doing that?
That's extreme. You're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah, isn't that too much?
Shut
like,
up, pussy.
It's
Jesus
like
fucking Christ.
And it's really hard to convince people to get over that line sometimes,
It's just because they refuse to accept what the program is. If you tell anybody, all they say, and there's even like some fucking like Cosmopolitan or some fucking blog posted about it, and Andy made an episode about it. It's just people think it's a fucking workout program. They don't understand. They miss the point entirely. And the reason, them thinking it's crazy, they thinking it's extreme. Whenever I hear people say that, and it's like you can't even talk to people about it anymore. These types of people, because there's no convincing them, right? But all that says to me when people have those objections is like, all right, all I'm hearing from you is that you fucking need this so much more than you realize.
Yeah, no, dude, 100%. I mean, you don't know what the program's going to be like until you actually do it. And then once you do it, trying to explain it to other people is so hard because they are the same way you were when you were trying to decide if you're going to do the program.
And that's why you have to be 100% in. No excuses, no bullshit. Just do it. And people will be amazed by the outcome.
So let's talk about some key realizations that we had along the way. I want to talk about what we learned.
I think our number one realization, it might be the same.
Okay, go for it.
I don't fucking know. That you're so much closer to like results.
Oh my
than you
God,
think.
yes, 100%, man.
Dude, it really is. It's kind of like a compounding effect, right? And it's the same in business, fitness, health. I mean, all these different things, right? You don't realize how close you are to a successful business, to six-pack abs, to great relationships, to getting better at fucking golf or anything.
You think
you do it for 75 days straight.
Dude,
you think you're like 2 years away? Oh, fuck. Dude, you mean this whole, like, so for us, both of us, this was like our epiphany was, we thought it would take like a year or two to get abs, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, What the fuck? This whole time we were only 3 months away from abs. We've been trying to do this our whole life, and it was just 3 fucking months away. What the fuck is going on?
It's just 3 months of consistency. Like that's the problem. It's like you probably are 5 fucking years away because you only are in a caloric deficit, 3 days a week. So it's going to take you 5 years. You know what I mean? But if you just did it for 75 days straight and actually did every single day, like, dude, it was insane. I've been trying to get abs for like the last 5 years, and I've done all kinds of crazy like hacking it stuff like intermittent fasting and carb cycling. And I even tried the keto diet or whatever you call it. And I tried all these different little hacks and I was like really trying to get it, but nothing actually happened. The results were just like, and actually I think I might even got a little bit fatter along the way.
Same, bro.
And then, dude, 75 days, it's like I just followed it every single day and I did my diet because that's one of the requirements. You have to follow a diet. So I chose a caloric deficit diet and I measured everything that I put in my mouth and, and then the pounds just came off like exactly on schedule, just 1 to 1.5 pounds per week. And dude, it was crazy. And then we're 2.5 months in because the whole program's not even 3 months long. It's not even 3. It's not even a quarter, of a year. And we shredded off all these pounds. I'm shredded off like 20 pounds. And dude, the abs revealed themselves. And I was like, holy shit. That entire 5-year period, all those hacking, all those things I tried so hard to do, I could have just done this super simple program and be consistent at it for 75 days. Holy shit. And like you're saying, like that applies to so much other shit too. I mean, if you would just be really consistent every single day, like you would make massive amount of progress.
No, because I had that epiphany, right? Like you and I had that discussion that you're so close and nobody realizes it. And I was like, well, fuck. What if I just do the same thing with work, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if I do the same thing with talking to my customers? So I was like, okay, well, I'll spend 45 minutes a day working on this one thing, right?
Yep.
What thing do I want to change? And then it's just like completely transformed. It took like 2 weeks, just 2 weeks of working on it. And then our results fucking skyrocketed. I was like, holy shit, it's this easy. So that was just like something that it helped you unlock because people are scared to do things, right? I guess here's an easy way to frame it. People are scared or hesitant to do things because they think it's going to take so long or so much work. And it could be like finding, a partner, getting better at a sport, fucking playing piano, an instrument, or getting in shape, changing your life, all these different things, right? Mm-hmm. But all it takes is consistent, dude, like targeted action.
Yeah.
And no bullshitting yourself, no lying to yourself. What is it exactly you want to work on? So with us, it was it was basically like customer engagement and around certain types of promotions, right? Spent every fucking day working on that, planned it out ahead instead of just like trying to guess it every week.
Yep.
And then within 2 weeks, our business completely transformed. With working
That's
out,
amazing.
I've been trying to get fucking abs since I was like goddamn 10 years old and I wanted to impress Chelsea at school. And I not once since then. And then fucking 75 hard. Oh, so you're telling me like this whole, dude, I thought, you just think it's so fucking tough. Nope. Just took 2.5 months of targeted, dedicated work.
Dude, 2.5 months. It's so
depressing.
So like, it's so great on one hand to get it, and also depressing on the other hand because like you could have done it so much quicker if you would have just been consistent.
Bullshit ourselves, and that's what 75 hard makes you confront. It makes you confront the bullshitter too, 100%. Because if you're lying to yourself or you fail, you have to start over from day one. Yeah. And if you fucking check that shit off, even though you didn't do it, you're not going to feel that same sense of accomplishment. There's no joy. There's no joy in that, right? So you're facing the bullshitter, and all it leads you to is down an unhappy road.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're a really fucking shallow person who lives off of social media likes and engagement and sharing that you did 75 hard. But people can, like the people who have done
like me for this video, please like and subscribe. Like,
oh fuck yeah, we forgot. Hey, like, subscribe, and comment.
Oh god.
But show's gonna say, fuck you.
I'm sorry, bro.
God. Oh yeah, the people who have done 75 hard, or like people like Andy, people who are trying to improve themselves, they'll fucking know you're lying. We can tell. It's not hard to tell. Trust me. A friend group out there who's lying, I'm on to you.
Yeah. Dude, so those things all play. I mean, a lot of these things that I learned, like they all play into each other. So like, what we first mentioned, which is like you're way closer to your goals than you think. But in terms of like that whole idea of consistency is key. One of the realizations that I had is like, when we started to see the pounds come off, like I was like, yo, I feel like now I have the blueprint to do anything. And the blueprint's really easy. Whatever you want to do, you just work on it every single day. And like, there's only two options. Either you're going to get it or you're going to die. Because those are the only two things.
You can't fail till you stop.
You can't fail. You just do it every single day. And it doesn't have to be, to be honest, you can have amazing transformations, and it doesn't have to be the entire day is dedicated to that one thing. It doesn't have to be like you are killing yourself every day to practice piano 9,000 hours a day to get good at piano. If you just take, just like when you read the book for 10 pages not that much, and then I have a stack of books that I finished. You know what I mean? Or like the calories that I was cutting. I didn't go on an extreme diet. I wasn't hungry at all. Some days I was like, fuck, I have to eat more. And it was just, but it was in the right amount every single day consistently, and the pounds flew off. It's like you don't have to kill yourself every day, but if you just have to do it consistently over time. And I really had that feeling that, shit, now I know I can really do anything. I just have to do it every single day. If you want to build a business, you just have to say like, yo, I'm just going to work on this every single day. It doesn't have to be 9,000 hours. Just, you have to work on it every single day.
Yeah.
If you want to get ripped abs, just work on your caloric deficit and your whatever every single day. You're going to get there. Either you're going to get it or you're going to die. So, dude, that was an amazing realization for me.
Yeah. And on that note, like the same thing is true adverse, right? So if you're focusing on negative habits every day, it's going to have that same negative effect. And that's why it's so great to do 75 hard and unlock these good habits. So just for instance, let's say 1 Coke a day, dude, right? That's like 100 and something calories.
Yeah.
Over a year, that's 10 pounds. Just drinking 1 Coke a day is 10 fucking pounds that people will have to burn off extra.
Damn.
So it's really good to work in these good habits and focus on things that positively improve your life instead of that negative shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I heard this like this example, this quote that's like, if you have 2 planes taking off and one goes like 1 degree this way.
Oh, yeah.
If it was taking off from Los Angeles, you know, one would end up in Florida, one would end up in New York by the time they got over. So just having at 1% of difference that you take over a long period of time is going to make a massive difference in your life. And think about the kinds of habits that you can develop here, but more importantly, the mindsets and how you're going to approach everything that you do. The program sets you up so that you can have these mindsets that'll give you that trajectory that's going to completely transform your life. And you will see crazy results in the 75 days, but I think if you look at the people that do the program and adopt the mindsets over a longer period of time, that trajectory is going to be, that gap is going to be insane. So I'm so thankful for it.
And that's something that we should probably try to make clear to people too, is like, you shouldn't go into this with the mindset of, man, I can't wait this to be over so I can go back to my normal life or whatever. You know, that's not what it's about. It's about changing.
You probably won't even
if fundamentally, yeah, right. Because you should change if you're doing it the right way. Who you are at your core should change, and you should desire this new life that you've built because of all of the positive impacts it's made on your life. But if you're going in just excited for it to be over, you might as well fucking quit, because there's not really a point. I don't know what you're going to unlock or what you're going to become, because you're just going to revert back to who you were before you even started.
Well, you and actually, it's kind of crazy because you might go into it maybe even thinking that you're going to have to do 75 days. But during the process, what I see is a lot of people, or I mean, specifically me, but I've heard other people say this as well, is that by the time you get to day 75, you get done with it. And then you wake up on day 76 and you go, what am I going to do?
Yeah,
and I just got
miserable.
I just got the app back out and I just did all my same task on day 76. Like I was like, what else is there? What is life without 75 hard?
Andy, what have you done? You've created
Don't get me wrong.
monsters.
Hey, I did take some breaks, and I think everybody should take some breaks. And I had some M&Ms, had some real good food. I had a great pizza, and I forced myself to eat brownies and ice cream. Now, don't get me wrong, that was great, but the structure it provided was so good. Dude, so yeah, those are some of the key things. I already touched on this one, but I want to reiterate is that you really don't know what something's going to be like until you actually do it. I had a lot of prejudgments about the program, but when I actually did the program, a lot of the things that I thought were not true about the program. And then I thought about how many other things do I think that I know about in life that I pre-decided what something's going to be like before I actually tried it. Like if you're thinking about starting a business, you might be thinking, oh, it's going to be so hard, or
Fuck
whatever.
you know.
But you don't know, and you really don't know until you've tried it. Oh, I'm going to try to get abs. Oh, I'm going to have to eat only spinach every day, and I'm going to starve myself. It's like you don't really know until you actually try. So that was a key lesson that I think is going to carry with me, to try to not prejudge things that I haven't actually done, because you just really don't know, man.
Yeah, that is a good point, and it makes a lot of sense, man, because there's so many times, and I still probably find myself doing it, but, man, I won't like that. I don't want to do that. Oh, that sounds silly. That sounds stupid. Yeah. And you fucking do it, and you're like, holy shit, that was great. Like, golf my entire life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an old man sport. Oh, I hate that. Fucking love golf now.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't prejudge things. I think, hard 75 will really change your mind on that.
75 hard.
All right, man. All right, cool. So I think we're wrapping up now. Do you have any results that you want to talk about, or any tips that you want to give to people that are either thinking about doing it or they're in the process?
Dude, just fucking do it. Like, don't wait any longer. Just get in, do it, find a friend. If you can't find a friend, go find new friends. Just kidding. I mean, hopefully you can have a friend that does it with you. If not, I did it on my own. It's fine.
Yeah, there's a Facebook group you can join. It's like type in 75 hard on Facebook. There's a million people in there that'll give you love and support and whatnot.
Yeah, or comment below, and we'll give you love and support too.
Hell yeah, that's right.
If you are on YouTube, just comment below. Let us fucking know that you're doing it, and we can maybe we can even set up some like sort of community or something. Maybe like a Voxer. I don't fucking know. No promises, guys. This is just a random idea I had while we were talking.
But definitely comment though. Yeah.
But definitely comment and let us know if you're gonna do it, because that would be fucking huge. Just give us like a hashtag 75 hard, and then if we don't see any comments that say that, we'll just know that nobody made it this far in the video or the podcast itself, which is fine. But really, the only advice I have is just do it. There's literally no reason to wait. If you have something coming up that you're really looking forward to or you really want to do, that is the perfect reason why you should start now, because you really want to test yourself. You want this to be difficult so you come out the other end stronger. If you spend your entire life doing things that are easy and taking the easy path, you will never grow. So if shit's coming up, if there's stuff you really want to do, perfect. Fuck yeah. Start 75 hard now and test yourself so you can come out just fucking badass. Yeah. And I mean, transformation wise for me, dude, I mean, just like, hey, our business is better. Got a 6-pack now. On my way to that 8-pack. Let's fucking go. Sober. Hell yeah. Love it. Yeah. I dabbled with the drinking. I had like 2 drinks total. Obviously post completing 75 hard. Trash. Hated it. I've unlocked the disdain for alcohol. I mean, I've always hated alcohol, but now I have the strength to control myself. Like before, because fighting alcoholism requires so much fucking mental fortitude. It is very difficult to say no. The alcohol, man, is so strong. It's got like this grip on you. It's got this grasp.
And a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with this too.
It like whispers in my head. It's got its own alcohol, has a fucking apartment in my head, and it's talking to me all the time. And 75 hard, not only did it give me the power to, get in shape, improve my business, but the biggest thing for me was defeating alcoholism. And I've become strong enough to tell that voice in my head essentially to fuck off. I evicted it. It's gone, and it feels great.
Yeah, man. I love that.
What about you, bro?
Well, for me, I would say there's a few things. Number one, if you're thinking about doing the program, 100% do the program. Okay.
No excuses.
No excuses. And then when you do the program, be 100% committed. Not like, I think I'm going to do it or I'm going to change some stuff. Be 100% committed that there's no way you're not going to get to the end. Because if you're 97% committed, you're going to have one drink and then you're going to skip a workout and it's just going to go downhill from there. I would say, there's some ways to make it easier so you don't fuck up. So I always start with the things that you can control in the morning. So every morning I woke up, the first thing I did was get the reading in, so you can't forget that, and also get the picture in because you can get that, and then get the first workout in before anything else. That sets your day up pretty good. So starting with those things. For the workouts, I think doing the outside walks, walks or runs or whatever, that was huge. It falls within the requirements, and it was really not only enjoyable, but I think it was meaningful to me. We had like lots of great conversation between you, me, a friend group, and I got to walk with my wife, and that was great. Like literally just 45 minutes we got to spend with each other, not looking at the TV, not whatever, like actual real dedicated time. And that was like a little blessing in disguise, you know what I mean?
But even if you do it alone, it's nice to have that alone time with
Yeah.
yourself and your thoughts.
Yeah, 100%. If you do it alone, you can listen to, books or
This
podcasts.
podcast,
Yeah, 100%.
like, subscribe, comment,
Yeah,
16-star review.
So, those are my tips in terms of results. My brain has changed. I told you some of the key learnings that I had, but I feel like I got that mental fortitude that's the whole point of the program, and I really feel like now whatever things I want to do, I know the battle plan to do it. It's just you do it every day, and that's really gratifying. Or it gives me a lot of self-confidence. I also shredded down 20 pounds, which is great. I wasn't like huge to begin with, but I was a little bit of coronavirus extra pudge coming on. You know what I'm saying?
Transformation on the screen for you guys to see, so you can see his nipples.
Yeah, and that was great. But overall, I'm just so happy about doing the program. I'm thankful for you for putting me on to it and being like, yo, dude, let's start tomorrow, because that shit changed everything. So, and also thank you to Andy. So,
yeah, Andy, you're the fucking man. Last time we'll say it.
Yeah.
And I guess I had really good parting words. Oh yeah, my parting words. My last thought is that everybody here wants to accomplish it. Everybody here might want a better business, more money, better job, better car, better life, travel more, or just to feel stable or to get in shape. Whatever. Better relationships. Simple. And 75 Hard unlocks that ability within you. It's really just doing the shit you don't want to do and doing it every single day. If you can do that, then you can improve at anything you want to improve at. And 75 Hard is your first step to getting that mindset unlocked, and it will do it for you. Do not misjudge or view this program in the wrong way. It will help you get that. So it will help you no matter what it is you want to accomplish. If you can complete this program without lying to yourself, it will change your life and allow you to do more than you thought possible.
Yep.
So
highest recommendation. So
that gets the Rowdy Boys fist bump recommendation. Boom! Let's go.
All right. So you want to wrap it up and tell people what to do?
Yeah, guys, come on. It's obvious. I shouldn't even have to tell you.
More comments.
Yes.
Come on,
YouTube.
please, baby.
For those on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Ding.
Yeah, because this is the #1 marketing podcast in the entire universe.
Yeah.
I know that we just talked about not marketing, but we are the Rowdy Boys, and we understand that it's not just marketing. You got to have this life stuff. You got to have this mentality to be able to do the marketing.
Guys.
So that's why we have both these things on here.
If you want to be an 8-figure business owner, these are the things that help you get there. And on that note about being the biggest marketing podcast in the world, I think they actually just pointed the Hubble at some other galaxy where there was like an Earth-like planet, and they did that specifically to see if there was a bigger podcast.
And guess what?
Spoiler alert, there's not. There
Still
wasn't
#1.
anything even close. And then they were like, well, what about Neil Patel? And then they realized that, nope, nobody listens to that. Haha, #1. Guys.
But Neil Patel is great, though.
Yeah, Neil Patel is great, but he's not the #1 marketing podcast in the world. That's all I have to say. I mean, we have like 50, maybe 51. I didn't check. Maybe like 52 subscribers on YouTube. We've got like 4 or 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts, which brings me to my next segue. Guys, if you are on Apple Podcasts, make sure you subscribe and leave a 5-star review. Plus, leave a comment. All of our 5-star reviews so far haven't left comments, which is great. Guys, we appreciate that, but leave some words. Let us know what you think, and let us know what you want to see more of. Spotify listeners, just subscribe and share with your friends, okay? Everybody share this with a friend who you think you could use this, especially if you're thinking of doing 75 Hard.
Yeah.
Send them to this. Show them our ripped muscles,
Yeah, you
okay?
gotta- hang on,
Look
we
at
gotta
that.
get
Oh, yeah, do the triceps. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, do you like that?
Show them the ripped muscles so they can be convinced to do this as well. And, I mean, that's all I got. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a 17,000-star review, and come back for more of the #1 marketing podcast in the universe, galaxy, in this, I don't know, reality, this matrix, whatever it is, fucking.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, anything from you, brother?
This is the Rowdy Boys.
Rowdy Boys. All right, let's
All right,
fucking
see
go.
you guys.
See you guys.